So the last time we talked last week, we were roughly here, and we said basically at roughly $41,000. We were expecting to retrace roughly $35,500 or around $36,000. And then we were waiting for our big move. We gave 3 scenarios. I do believe that we have now the one which would be much more probable. Now, if you all did not see last week's call where we gave the 3 scenarios for the cryptocurrency market, I strongly suggest you go back and watch it. All right. This is getting to a point to where our system, our indicators have evolved to such a point to where literally every play that we make, most of them, especially in the cryptocurrency market, are turning out to be profitable. And more when the market is in a trend manner, which is what it's in right now. So we're really getting into the money making, like really the money making mindset and calling good trades on a regular basis. You got to make sure that you stay up to date with us. So the 3 scenarios that we gave from last week, from last call, I believe that we now have a clear winner, or a much more probable winner. I'm gonna just give you the rundown real quick. So last week we said that we would basically be topping out around, 41, 42. This is still in that range, 41, 42, and basically be pushing down to 25K. If you want all the details, like I said, go back and watch last week's stream, or even might clip the 17-minute clip of my cryptocurrency segment and put it on our YouTube page. So go back and watch that. But this is the first play. This is the first scenario, which I believe now is a little bit less probable. It's not off the table yet, but it is less probable. We also discussed the fact that this could be a bottom and we could be headed up to, back to all-time highs, $60, $70, $80,000. That is probable. However, that's not really what we're focusing on, because our midterm, or basically our middle ground between both of those, both the bullish and the bearish scenario, we have to get this midterm or this middle ground before we get to the bullish count. So the next opportunity that I see in the market, and the reason why, like I said, last week I was going to be putting in less trades the previous week, is because we basically got a full impulse off of here. All right. This was a very exaggerated impulse. These moves, definitely came all of a sudden, and then it just kept rising until this previous weekend. Actually, this happened over the weekend pretty much. We basically got an any diagonal structure, and you all know that what that means is this is probably your wave 5 up here. All right. So what this is going to be is either wave 1 of a higher degree, or this is wave A of a higher degree. I personally believe that we have an A, but for now we're just going to put 1 or A. All right. This is a full follow-up impulse. I'm looking for a retracement. Now this retrace, we're expecting theoretically, ideally, to come back in 3 waves, back down to ideally, as we were saying before, between $35,000 to $36,000. We may, pull down here to the price of roughly 34.4. Like I said, 34.4 to roughly 36 is the high probability zone for Bitcoin to pull back into. Now, because we are in a trending market, okay, and I have an announcement to make at the end of this, which is really going to explain all of this and how I'm using our indicators to kind of get a feel for what's going to happen and when to hop in to this trade back to the long side. You have to understand the different kind of markets that we're in. And this only comes from experience of actually watching the markets and trading all of the markets. There happens sometimes when you get, in her cycles or in cycle analysis, what's called a swamped cycle. A cycle is basically where we expecting the bottoms and the tops to be, put very simply, is where we expecting the bottom and the tops to be on certain days. So a cycles of 20 days or cycles of 4 days. All right. And we're expecting to bottom on that certain day or to top out on that certain day. Well, a swamp cycle is when you have those lows, you have those corrections, but because the momentum is so strong in that particular asset or in that particular pair, because it's so strong, the corrections don't get back to your ideal level, which would be, in our case of Bitcoin right now, 34.4 to 36. So what you have what you see on my chart right now is you see a less probable target, but it's also one that I'm definitely keeping my eyes on, and I will be hawking the cryptocurrency market like a hawk, but hawking like a hawk, I guess that makes sense, right? I will be paying attention to the cryptocurrency market very closely, keeping my powder keg dry, ready to fire off at the barrel as soon as I get the confirmation. There is a potential for us only to get back to roughly 37.5 before we take off back to the upside. Now, the reason why I will be looking, paying very close attention to the cryptocurrency market is because this is the opportunity where real money can be made. And I'm going to tell, like I said, there's an announcement at the end of this, so stay until the end, especially if you are members. If you are not members, you definitely got to make sure that you take advantage of this, because this is really, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime opportunity, but yeah, this is once in a lifetime opportunity that I will be the announcement at the end of this stream. But this next move, I'm expecting us to pull back down to roughly 37.5, potentially a little bit lower to 36, and then we're looking to push up to at least 47, possibly $51,000. Now, what is the percentage on that move? Well, from the 0.236, or actually the 0.382, this 37.5, just to the first target, this is a 25% pump. That's 25% pump right there. If we were to fall a little bit further to the actual ideal level of retracement, the standard level of retracement, then just to the first target, this could be just a 47. However, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I don't see it stopping at 47. I think it's much, much more probable to get to 50K, which could be upwards of a 30% move in the price of Bitcoin, which means in Ethereum and the rest of the altcoins, it's going to be a much bigger move. Now, why is this so exciting? Well, as you all know, I've been trading on leverage. I've been trading crypto on leverage. We've had, several screenshots, a couple $1,000 screenshots, also taking some losses. Not everything is wins, especially when you're leverage trading. But on this one position right here, let's get an idea of what you can make. On this one position, let's say that you have $10,000 to invest in Bitcoin. If you put $10,000 into Bitcoin just off the rip, all right, you make $25,000 if we hit the first target up here. I'm sorry, you make 25%, which is roughly $2,500. Okay. Now, if you took your money, which is, like I said, what I've been doing for the past 2 months, if you take your money and you leverage it out 10x, on safety, everything included, leveraged out 10x, that $10,000 now becomes $100,000, and the same move would give you a profit of $25,000, which means that from a $10,000 investment, you'll be making $25,000, which means that you will end out at $35,000 after this move. And this is this is an investment opportunity. This is a trade you put in and you hold for like a week or two. All right. So now, let's say you got 20 bands to put in, you got $20,000 to put in, you leverage it out 10x. 10x, you're now doing $200,000. 25% of that is $50,000. From a $20,000 investment, you come out $50,000 in profit, or you come out of 70 grand. And I'm going to help you all do that. Our plan here is to help you all do that for something very special in return. So like I said, you got to stick to the end to see that. So this is what I'm looking at in Bitcoin. I'm simply waiting for its retracement. I'll be happy if it gets to 382. I'll be happy if it gets to here. And the reason why I'm going to be watching this like a hawk is because when crypto is trending, whether it be up or down, when it's going down, it's more of a sideways type thing. But when crypto is trending, it moves. As you see here, we had several 10+% pumps out of nowhere. So when we get here, it may take a week, it may take a week and a half, it may take a couple of days to get this bottom out and you're ready for the next move. But this move right here is going to take all of a week, maybe 2 weeks tops to hit a 25% move. If you see just from the bottom down here, it bottomed on July 20th, and we hit a 45% profit in 11 days. And that time is coming back up. Ethereum, we basically have the same thing going on here. Ethereum, we're expecting to get up to roughly $3,000. There's a potential for it to go to 34. However, I believe $3,000 is a very, nice round number to target. If it goes higher, lovely. but we're only targeting to $2,000 to $3,000. And if we get higher, we just make more profit. And this is the same thing. We're expected to come back to ideally between 2,200 and 2,000, or roughly 2,100, and then push up. Now, what's the percentage on Ethereum? Well, if we push down to the ideal target and then we push up, it's 40% on Ethereum. If we get a shallow retracement only to 23, it's still 30% move. So Ethereum is lining up for the same thing, and we're respecting this. The end of the impulse. All right, that's the end of the impulse right there. Looking for a correction, ideally back to here, and then to push back up. Our targets on the downside is going to be 2322 and 2200. And as we go through the rest of the cryptocurrencies, you'll start to see a very, very, very similar thing running across the market. I think we've just now completed our impulse after, as you just saw, 11, 12 days of bullish impulse, 40, 50% move from the bottom. Now we're looking at a retracement, and this is the opportunity to get back in. I don't know if we had anybody that was actively trading with us, but this is akin to the opportunity back here. On stream, on record, on YouTube, everything is basically documented. So don't call me cap. We got it backed up. We got the receipts. We called the bottom down here, and we expected this move. We're getting another opportunity to have this kind of move. Now, it's not going to be like this. This is like a 56% move. Bitcoin could do that. But we're sharing right now that just as we had a major opportunity right here, looking for a major opportunity on this side now. All right. I'm going to just look at Litecoin real quick, but you'll see this literally all the same thing. Same exact thing. We have a completed impulse, and we'll be looking for it to get roughly back to 126, maybe 127, and then for it to skyrocket back to the upside. And, I'm actually looking at a couple other cryptocurrencies that I have not been traditionally looking at. I have DOT on my radar. I have Cardano. I have Link. I will be looking to trade those altcoins as well in the upcoming bull cycle, which is what I'm expecting. And that's what I'm seeing in the crypto market. Overall, we got a very, 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 very lucrative time period coming up. And, if we do it right, this could be a play that sets us up for the rest of the year.